Darnell Washington's about to have about 8. He's about to have about 8 touchdowns.
I'm sorry, I do not know how Scotty Miller is not on this football team. I was up there on August 2nd, sitting there. I wrote up by my damn self, bro. And you know what? I loved it because I was sitting there just watching everything, watching drills, watching players, how they do things. Not that.
Take notes.
I was taking notes. Thank you, Mr. Wingfield. I was learning how to take some notes. First thing, you talked about Austin hasn't been practicing. Muth has been in and out injuries again. It's a long road with this. With an early bye week too, they got a long road. Two things on the offensive side that I want to talk about initially. Well, three things, but it's kind of like 2.5 things. Say what you want about Aaron Rodgers being 41, going to be 42.
Yeah.
The ball still jumps off this man's arm.
He's spinning it.
Mm-hmm. It is insane. They're just in a sense of a pure throwing motion.
Yeah.
They were just doing the warm-ups with the wide receivers, right? I put a note on my phone. I mean, it's not even a comparison how far Aaron Rodgers is ahead of any of these quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But of Rodgers, Rudolph, Howard, and Skylar Thompson. Obviously, like I said, Rodgers clear best. Will Howard was the second best deep ball.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
A lot of touch. Mason had him here and there, right? Mason can throw a good ball. Don't get me wrong. And Skylar Thompson can spin it, but Thompson is what he is, right? He's a career backup. He's a journeyman.
Yeah, sure.
I liked that's why I'm kind of really disappointed that Howard injured his arm. We're not going to or injured his hand. We're not going to see him much.
Yeah.
The ball just jumps off this man's hand, and then the chemistry with him and DK are still developing. It's there, it's not there. It's there, it's not there. It's just intricacies of getting used to each other. What are your observations on Aaron Rodgers, DK, what you've seen or what you've heard from reports and from camp, and what are you looking for in this offense?
Yeah.
Preseason game 1.
So, I went up to camp last Friday for the night practice, and I looked at the line, and I looked at the amount of people that were already in the stadium, and I looked at my brothers, and I looked at my son and nephew, and I said, "All right, let's go to Dino's." So we did the IC light rating, and then went to go to get in line, and we turned right back the hell around. So I never got a chance to see anything live, but I've been watching a lot of the highlights that have been coming through and things of that nature. And if there's a couple and listening and observing to some of the insiders that I trust their opinions and of what's going on. And there's a couple things that I think is happening right now. I think that Aaron Rodgers and DK, I think that they're trying different things. It's kind of like a pitcher in spring training that's working on certain type of fastball or a certain type of location and things of that nature. And I think that's what they're really looking at is where the touch is going to be in the end zone. One of the things that's really, really, really sticking out to me though is Aaron Rodgers' touch and his ability to get the ball to these biggins, these manly these manly dudes out here, and at the time that they high point it, and it's impossible for the defender to be able to defend it. And Darnell Washington, I listen. I'm gonna say this, and this is gonna sound, and I have this dude's jersey, and I'm gonna say this out loud. Pat Fryermuth will have the least amount of touchdowns out of all the tight ends on the roster. I'm going to tell y'all that right now.
You might be right.
Darnell Washington's about to have about 8. He's about to have about 8 touchdowns because
Listen,
I'm seeing what he's seeing with it. Look, Aaron Rodgers is kind of salivating with that type of target. With these two big boys, with DK and Washington, and then also Johnny Smith, obviously, and then you got this fast guy coming from the this slot demon who's going to absolutely tear it up. There's so many different pieces in
yep.
here, and I think that's the part that really is what they're doing. They're just trying to figure out the where and when and how. And man, I think that this but it's coming together. Like week 1 was slow, but then did you notice
Of
how
course.
week 2, like this past week, how I mean, I think today they said it was 6-0 in 7 shots. It was 6-0 offense.
Yeah.
Like that
Well,
quick.
I mean,
Now there's some people out and stuff,
and you
but
know this. I
still.
mean, defense always starts faster than offense because
Always,
it's
always.
read and react versus timing, right?
Correct.
You are. I think you're not. You're going out on a limb, but you're not going out on a limb about Washington. I could see
Yeah.
Washington having 30 catches and like 10 touchdowns.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
Because he's going to
Exactly.
be like the target. Because
Yep.
honestly, when him and Rodgers late in the year, as they develop this timing, he is going to be virtually unstoppable unless
Yeah.
unless you throw a flag. And
Yeah.
then he's going to dictate so much coverage in the red zone that other guys are going to be able to eat.
Yes.
So there's 2 observations I've had from the passing game. Before we started this, one of the 2 camp watchy or looksies that I wanted was Will Howard, Rock Taylor.
Mm.
Okay. Will Howard, unfortunately, we're going to put him on the shelf a little bit because of his injury.
Yep.
If he comes back in the 3rd preseason game, I doubt it, but if he does, we're going to put him back on the looksee watch here.
Yeah.
A new guy popped up because of what I saw on Sunday and then what I've heard in subsequent updates from the insiders. Roman Wilson and Aaron Rodgers had a bit of an issue on Sunday.
Mm.
Okay. There are 2, I think 3 separate occasions Roman Wilson ran the wrong route. Or he did not get enough depth.
Mm-hmm.
And Rodgers still threw it. And then we're walking up. You know how when you know how there was like that non-verbal communication
Yeah.
on players, right?
Yeah.
Roman Wilson's jogging it back to the line, and Rodgers is doing this. And he just signals, but he's not saying, he's just
Yeah.
right. And you could see him
Burning a hole in his chest.
right. He's doing this, and then
Yeah.
he was doing this. Like you're not getting enough depth. You're not getting enough this, right? And that was not a good day for Mr. Roman Wilson.
Mm.
What have you seen on the Twitters the last couple of days?
Said he's been killing it.
Roman Wilson's been killing it.
Yeah, and they put him as like the 6th dude on the depth chart too.
And he was 3rd string. He was
Yeah.
exactly. By the
He was WR6.
I'm watching it like, listen, this is this tough love. This is this Aaron Rodgers holding you accountable for being a professional. And then what you also saw was Aaron Rodgers going on with our boy B-Mac on CBS News, the little pod. And he was talking about, listen, Roman Wilson got to get out of his own head.
Yeah.
He is, because he's so talented. And he basically was just, he criticized him, but also was able to build him up. Like, this kid is so talented, which is true. And you could just see, like, the way that he's treating him.
Yeah.
This is kind of a developing chemistry. Now, Rodgers is obviously not going to play on Saturday, but I'm interested to watch Roman Wilson. And the second thing about this receiving corps, because, I watch receivers. I'm sorry, I do not know how Scotty Miller is not on this football team opening day.
I've been hearing some great things about Scotty Miller for real.
I honestly, I don't.
Yeah.
And I know he's not the special teams demon that wide back is, other than maybe he's a return guy where wide back is not. This guy is a goddamn utility knife in as far as running routes, getting in the right place. He knows where to sit in zones on dig routes. I mean, he can bend guys and then break open on post corners or just post routes.
Yeah.
Rudolph is hitting him. Howard's hitting him. Rogers is hitting him. I just don't see how this guy is not on the team. If he's not, I'm not predicting he is or isn't. I just don't see how he's not on this
And
team.
and that's my point as far as like um the Steelers, like everybody on the Twitters was talking about WR2 and getting a WR2. I don't think that that's happening.
I don't think they need one.
I don't think, and I was going to say, and quite frankly, I don't think they need one. I think that they're, and people and the insiders were saying that they were going to look at what they had, and if they were comfortable with what they were seeing, there wasn't going to be a need for something else. And I think that's exactly what it is, unless there's like a major injury or something like that. I think they're going to roll with what they have. um, they took care of the tackle position, which I thought was very very smart because you got
Absolutely.
two young, young Thundercats,
Yeah.
running that. So I thought that was a smart. Andrews Pete is a real great. That's a solid depth pickup, and I
He could be
shoot
a swing
he might
tackle, if you will.
be a swing tackle, hundred
Yeah.
percent, man. He's played guard too. I mean, he's done a lot in his
By the
career.
way, by the way, I'm glad we got him before the Chargers. You saw their tackle
Oh man,
just
Slater.
went out.
Dang.
I sucks to see that, but 4 years,
Yeah.
113 million. Andrew
Jeez.
Pete might be a Charger if it wasn't for getting him right
Yeah.
now. That was a good
Yeah.
pickup.
Yeah. I'm really digging what's happening on this offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, it's going to take time, but I'm definitely digging it. And I think I do think they keep 6 this year, wide receivers.
Oh
I
yeah.
think the
Yeah.
last one, you got between wide back because of his special teams presence.
He's a gunner.
Rock Taylor. Although I do think if Rock Taylor does not make the team, I don't think he clears waivers to get to the practice squad. I think someone else is going to pick him up. I hope I'm wrong. That'd
Yeah.
be great if we could stash him on the practice squad.
Yeah.
And then I think it's Ben Johnson. He's number 11, the dreaded, the dreaded number 11 receiver. He's been making some plays too, so I'm anxious to watch him in the preseason. So my guy's still Rock Taylor, but I'm telling you, I am now watching Scotty Miller and I'm watching Roman Wilson. I think these guys are ready to blow up. So